Hi, I want to make a very short video for lab 11.6.9. Let me share my screen. And here's the lab. So let's get this started. Hopefully you're all doing good. This is week 5. So got the rest of this week and then next week. All right, so first thing we want to do is go to the back of Corp server. So if we click on this top server and look at the bottom, it tells us that's the Corp server. So let's go to the back. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger because I can see some stuff. So again, it's this top one, and it says move the cable from the onboard adapter to the 4-port NIC. So here's the onboard, and here's the 4-port NIC. Okay. That should go in there. All right, and then it says, I'm going to move those cables around in a second, and then connect network cables from the remaining ports on the 4-port NIC here. So I'm going to take a new cable, plug it in here, another new cable, plug it in here, and finally a 4th cable, and plug it in here. All right, so now we're going to want to go to the front of the switch. And it says move the network cable from the Corp server to the 4-port NIC and the port 22. So let's go to the back again. I meant to do this before I left there. So let's click on this cable. So that's the one we moved from the NIC, the onboard, to port 1. So I'm just going to click on that so that I can see which one it is on the front. All right, so that's in, let's get our numbers here. So that's in port 11, and it says to put it in 22. So here's 22 on the bottom. All right. So then I'm going to look at these other cables. Let me make this just a hair smaller. All right, so then I'm going to pick this one and take the unconnected in, and we want to go from 19, which is here, 20 and 21. So there's one that's disconnected. There's another one disconnected. And then finally the last one. So now my 4 cables are in 19, 20, 21, and 22. All right, so here is those areas there. So now I'm going to go over to the server. So let me minimize this and come into the server. And I want to configure the adapters using as members of a NIC team using the following parameters. So I want to come into my local server and then see where it says NIC teaming. I click on that. And then I want to create a new team. And they say to name it net team and use those 4 adapters here. And while I'm here, I can answer this question. It says, what is the connection speed for these cables? And we can see here it's 1 gig. All right. And then if we have 4 of them, it's going to add up to 4 gigs, but we'll wait and show that later. All right. Then it says, verify the speeds of the cables. Teaming mode is LACP. So if I come into this additional properties, teaming mode, I want LACP. address hash, and then none. So if I click OK, and then OK. All right, so now we're done with this, and it says configure the Hyper-V virtual switch manager to use the new NIC team. So if I come into Server Manager, Tools, Hyper-V Manager, and if I right-click on this Corp server and then do Virtual Switch Manager, it says use the new NIC team for the external network using the Microsoft Network Adapter multiplexer. So you can see I already have an external switch here, and it's using that onboard integrated Realtek, but I want to use the Microsoft Network adapter. Okay, and so I just hit apply and OK. And then I want to verify the status and speed of our network. So if I come into the network card here and then look at the sharing and network and sharing center, and then look at my net teams, I can see here it's 4 gigabits. So I can come back in here and answer that, which makes sense. I had 4 ports at 1 gig. We're adding them together, which would be 4 gigabits. Okay, and I believe that's everything for the lab. And there we go. All right, so hopefully that will get you in a position where you can really understand what's going on in lab 11.6.9. All right, take care, and I will talk to you later.